Diamonds are a girl's best friend, aren't they?
$2 million worth.
You nervous, baby?
A little.
Listen to me, Carl. I don't want you to worry about anything. My men and I are going to be watching you the whole time. Now, I'll tell you something else. We got this table mic'd, so everything that's said around here can be heard. It's my man over here, Jameson. He's going to be tuned in to you, as well as this guy over here. That's Whitaker. So you got nothing to worry about, okay?
And don't forget about me and your hired assassin.
How could I forget about you, as good as you look in your three-piece suit?
John, I think maybe you should explain to her what she's gonna have to do.
Okay, now this is unlikely, but there's a chance that Lance may bring the Bible. Okay, if he does, we are going to be standing by, ready to close in on it at the right opportunity. Now, the first thing he's going to want to check out is the jewels and you. Now, if he doesn't bring the Bible, what I want you to do is put up an argument. Nothing big. Just pretend like he's got you over a barrel, okay? Then you give him the jewels in exchange for directions to the Bible. Now, I got men outside, and they'll follow him as soon as he leaves here, okay?
Sarge, there's a call from you from headquarters.
What?
A guy named Russ Weaver keeps calling me down at the station.
Oh, yeah.
Says it's urgent.
Yeah, he's real upset because he's not in on the scam. And just tell him not to sweat it. I'm not going to call him back, all right?
Right.
Like opening night jitters, huh?
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Carpenter.
Evening, Mrs. Lucas. Charles?
Preston?
Mrs. Lucas, would you be kind enough to tell my daughter I'd like to talk to her?
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Well, it would seem that the mystery surrounding your daughter's interrupted honeymoon still needs to be resolved.
Well, if it were, Charles, I'm sure you'd be the last one to find out.
Oh, let me tell you, I've been quite the doting uncle. The way I've been going around trying to get at the bottom of the trouble in Eden, you'd think I was a veritable Ann Landers. I'll tell you something I bet you don't know, though, and that is that Vaughn is out at the airport right now making travel arrangements to take Courtney back to Lake Forest immediately.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Well, it might come as a shock to her. She doesn't know about it.
Mr. Carpenter? I'm afraid there's something wrong. I found this in Courtney's bedroom.
Oh, well,
Dad, Vaughn, don't come looking for me. Courtney?
How'd you get in here anyway? Thought the museum was...
Yeah, well, I think I just kind of got in underneath the wire. Plus, your security guard seemed to be ready to retire for the day in more ways than one.
Oh, yeah, Sam. He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to retire him. I think they'll just stuff him and put him on exhibit.
Okay. So, I just came by to thank you for dinner over at Leon's.
And I want to apologize for that. I'm really sorry that we had to rush out of there. It's unpleasant.
No, you don't have to have any explanation for that. Not at all.
Well, I really enjoyed it up until that time. A lot.
I do too.
I'd like to ask you a favor.
What's that?
I'd like to be able to take you out, just once, someplace really nice, quiet.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, so why don't you tell me what you're working on here?
Oh, yeah. I've been doing some research on the Byzantine Empire. The museum has inherited an icon that's supposed to be Constantine the Great.
Is that Constantine as in Constantinople?
Yeah, which is now Istanbul.
Which is now very confusing.
Just now I'm going to clarify.
Okay.
Because, did you know that in the 4th century he Christianized the whole Roman Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it was illegal to be a Christian at that time. The Christians were a minority sect.
That's kind of like in the Soviet Union today, then.
Yeah, it's close. It's a little different. The official line in the Soviet Union is that there is freedom of religion, church, and so forth. The unofficial line is that they harass the church. See, back then, the whole state policy was persecution of all believers, up until Constantine.
That's amazing. So, do you think the icon is authentic?
I don't know. We're going to find out, though, in a couple of weeks. That's the strange thing about this. At Dar es Salaam, you know. I've done extensive research. I've said this over and over again. And this thing goes for over $25,000.
Yeah, that does seem to be the big mystery around here, doesn't it? Do you think that Lance knows why?
Oh, no. He doesn't know any of that. He just knows it's worth a lot of money to somebody. Not why.
He always seems to have a knack at that kind of thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I want you to know that I'm hoping and praying that this trap works, that they really catch him.
They've got to. If this thing backfires, it's going to be a lot of trouble for me. And Lance will know I set him up.
Are you afraid?
Yeah. If you want to know the truth, I am. I'm also angry, and that makes a big difference. I wanted to be able to go myself to the King's Arms, but Brubaker said that that's an impossibility because that would tip Lance off.
Well, personally, I'm glad. And by the way, if you would like, I can keep an eye on your apartment for you tonight until you finish up here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Good. Well, I suppose I should get going. I know you want to use this time to catch up on all this work you have here.
Well, no, I don't want to use it, but I better.
What about how long do you think you'll be here?
A couple hours.
Okay, so if I don't hear from you in 1 or 2 hours, why don't I just call here, see if everything's all right?
All right. And if I get off early, why don't I come by your apartment and knock on the door and make sure everything's all right?
That'd be nice. Thanks.
It's important, you know, to realize that Lance is disturbed. And that if he knew that we had betrayed him in any way, it would be unpleasant for both of us. It's just the way it is.
I know that. I will see you later.
You see that?
Did you see her leave the house, Mrs. Lucas?
No, I didn't, sir. Perhaps she's gone looking for her husband. You know what young lovers are like. In a spat 1 minute, head over heels.
Please, Mrs. Lucas. I told you a moment ago, Courtney doesn't know about Vaughn's arrangements. Mrs. Lucas, go upstairs and see how much packing she did. Check on the number of suitcases that are missing.
Oh, yes, sir.
I thought Ann Landers was supposed to help people solve their problems,
Oh,
Charles.
Come off it. Preston, I can't keep Courtney under surveillance as if she were in prison. As it is, I spent most of the afternoon trying to iron out the problems. And I'll tell you something, the Davidsons, or at least one of them, is at the heart of this problem. I just don't understand how that family can always seem to know what they shouldn't.
What are you talking about?
Well, I went over and confronted Peter Davidson about the problem that Courtney and Vaughn were having.
But what do you think Peter Davidson did? He hid in their trunks when they went on their honeymoon, followed them when they left here?
Oh, don't be such a hypocrite. You, above all people, should know that Peter Davidson is the cause of their problem.
Well, that problem was finished the minute Courtney became engaged to Vaughn. She said it was over, and I know she stuck to her word.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
I didn't get anything out of Peter Davidson, although Dr. Dave Phillips seemed to have a thorough grasp of the situation.
Who is Dr. Phillips?
He's a friend of theirs. He jumped to Peter's defense the moment I started asking questions.
I don't think Peter Davidson needs anybody to defend him.
Excuse me, sir. She's only taken 2 cases, and most of her personal belongings are still in her room.
How long ago did Vaughn leave for the airport?
About an hour and a half ago.
Then he should be back very shortly. And Courtney didn't take any of her things. That means she's still here in Kingsley. All right, Charles, you may not have gotten to the bottom of this, but I guarantee you, one way or another, I'm going to find out what's going on.
Baby, if Lance telegraphs anything in any way that he's suspicious about you not being the princess, then you yell and you hit that deck. You got it?
And we'll have that turkey cooked faster than a Leon's luncheon special.
I'll be all right, I'm sure. Just let me get to the ladies' room, okay?
All right.
Sure she's okay?
Yeah, I think she's gonna be fine, John.
Good. I think it's time we better move.
Yeah, good idea. Leon, you take care of her, man, okay?
Yeah, don't worry about a thing, Chief.
I thought I told you to keep your nose out of
Ladies
this.
and gentlemen.
What?
Lance has already met with the real princess.
What?
Lance knows what the princess looks like.
That's exactly what I mean.
How? When?
Well, it's a long story, but basically Paula got upset with me. She made a deal with the princess to lead them to Lance.
Upset with you.
Wait a minute, forget about Paula. What about my wife? That man's gonna come in here and see her and he's gonna start shooting.
Russ, don't tell me you're in on this, too.
Well, he is for now, baby.
Why? What's the problem?
We are going to come up with an alternative game plan. Let's sit down.
It is exactly as you said it would be, Princess. I met all 3 of them at the restaurant lounge. Sergeant Brubaker and Jean Redlawn and this woman who was there obviously to impersonate you. She was so exotically dressed.
Since the trap was set exactly as I said it would be.
Oh, yes, it was. I must congratulate you, Your Highness, for pulling this ruse off on Mr. Redlawn.
Well, Janice Wright is fast becoming one of the Chronicle's favorite interns, wouldn't you say, fellas?
Oh, and there was this big black henchman there to impersonate you, Samir.
And what about your double Felix?
Well, strangely, I didn't see any more. Perhaps I am irreplaceable.
I doubt that. Well, what shall we do next? If Lance walks into the trap, he'll be caught.
Then we will never get the Bible back.
Obviously, they do not know that Lance and I have met together face to face. You see, if they did, they would not be proceeding with their stupid plan.
When he realizes the woman impersonating you is a decoy, he may react violently.
A hardened criminal like that, his first impulse would be to shoot.
What would you do if you were in his place?
The same.
Then the police begin shooting back, and our only hope may very well die in the gunfire.
We must do everything possible to prevent that from happening.
If he dies, the location of the Dar Salaam Bible may die with him.
No. We must make sure that this trap does not take place. Now we must move quickly.
Ironic, isn't it? That we stand here trying to keep alive the very person that we ourselves want done away with.
Western expediency, Felix.
Your Highness, you must hurry down into the lobby and explain to Sergeant Brubaker that you have seen Lance, so they can call off this hoax before Lance gets here.
Oh, Felix, what possible good was that do?
It will keep alive the only person who knows where the treasure is.
But it does not put the treasure into our hands. And it allows Lance to raise his price.
Nonsense.
Coming so close to being caught, he will obviously say the risk factor has forced him to do so. No, Your Highness. I propose we do not admit anything to Sergeant Brubaker. Instead, we intercept him before he enters the hotel lobby.
But that would be very dangerous. I mean, Brubaker has his undercover agents all over the place.
Looking for Lance, not us. If we leave individually and slip out the back entrance, we will not draw attention.
Yes. Yes, I agree with Samir, Felix.
It might work.
Yes, but only if I take the jewels.
Go directly to our automobile in the parking lot. I will be only 60 seconds behind you.
And I will go downstairs and saunter through the main lobby and check on their surveillance.
Good. Then let us move quickly. Be careful, Your Highness. This time we will procure the Bible and be out of the country by tonight.
Seems to me I've heard that before, Samir.
For the last time, Felix, I assure you.
I will go down and check on the lobby.
If that Lance character's already met the princess, there's no way we can fool him into believing that Carla's her.
Maybe. But maybe if we could get the management to help. Perhaps lower the lights, and I could cover my face with a veil, as is the custom in my country, gentlemen.
But Carla, what if he makes reference to a previous conversation that you had? Now, how are you going to respond to him intelligently?
Well, I could tell him I was just testing the waters. I mean, if I see that he was getting suspicious, I can just say I was just checking just to see if you weren't your twin brother.
I don't know.
I bet he's already made a deal with the princess and won't even show.
No, wait a second. Now, Jeremy's the key to this whole thing. Now, he told Lance that the princess was willing to bargain. Now, that means Lance must have walked away from that first meeting because they wouldn't meet his terms. That's why Jeremy set up the second meeting.
Yeah, so?
So, Lance has got to come back. I mean, now that they're ready to meet his terms, hey, he's ready to bargain with them, so he'll come back.
Okay. Oh, okay, I agree with you.
Wait a minute. But that still doesn't get over the fact that Lance knows what the princess looks like. Now, Carla may be able to act this thing out, but I'm telling you, I still think it's too risky.
Yeah, but if we sweep down on him the second he comes in here, we're not going to gain anything.
Yeah, Lance, he's holding the only ace. He knows what the Dar es Salaam Bible is. And nothing's going to drag that out of him.
Well, plea bargaining has worked before.
Come on, John. When you're up for life, why should he?
Wait a minute. What if we don't go through with the original plan? Now, what if Lance already knows that the thing is a scam, and we all lay back? Say he comes in here and he realizes that this whole thing is a trick. No one makes any sudden moves. When he tries to ease out of here, when he is away from Carla, she's in the clear, then that's when you and your men can make your move.
Okay, fine, Gene, that's possible. I still don't like the fact that he can recognize Carla. He's too unpredictable. Whether we play it cool or not, I'm telling you, he could do something violent, and I'm not willing to take that kind of risk. He could take her hostage.
Listen, John, can I see you for a second?
Yeah.
Listen, only you and I know that I own that Bible, right?
Yeah?
So it's my decision, not yours.
Well, what are you getting at?
When Lance gets here, let your men take him. Hey, who cares? So I never see the Bible again. It's my loss, John. It's not worth risking Carla's life or anybody else's to get it back.
You're serious?
Yeah.
That's my first consideration as a cop, and just for what it's worth, I'm glad to hear you say it. Because a lot of people don't think about the human element when the stakes are this high.
Well, I am, so what do you say?
I say we can retain your anonymity. We'll keep it our little secret. We'll just chuck the whole plan. We'll tell them it's my decision.
You're gonna go as me, baby brother.
What? They're waiting for you.
That's right. So if you don't come out of there alive, I know it's a trap. Take this. Oh, come on, Lance, be reasonable. The princess is expecting you. If I show up there, she's not gonna make any kind of deal. Look, you just shut up and do what I say. You go there as me, and you take that to the princess. Oh, this is crazy. You gotta use your head here. This isn't gonna work. I am using my head. Now, you exchange this envelope for the jewels. You tell her that the directions to the Bible are right in there. And if you come out of there alive, and if you got the jewels, you come back to me.
Where?
We'll talk about that later. I'm not gonna do it, Lance. I'm not gonna be an accessory. Oh, you'll do it. You're gonna do it. You wanna see Marion Mason alive again? You'll do it. Now, she's expecting you to tap on her door a little bit later, isn't she? How do you think she'd feel if she saw old Lance there? Huh? I think we understand each other. I'm gonna go check on the old man. Don't you hurt Sam. I won't hurt him. I don't have to. Wait, Lance. What? Listen. Why don't you let me call down there? Let me call the guard. He probably hasn't gone on his rounds yet, and I could tell him that I'm expecting a courier package or something, and he could go out to the front of the museum and get it from the delivery man. I could tell him that. Why don't you let me do that? Okay? I really don't want you to hurt him. Okay. I'm gonna let you have this one. All right? I'm just gonna go double check. Make sure that he's still there.
King's Arms dining room.
Yeah, Sergeant Brubaker, please.
A moment, certainly. Sergeant Brubaker, call.
Yeah? Whitaker didn't get it. Yeah, Sergeant Brubaker.
This is Jeremy Lancelot. Listen, I can't talk long. Lance is here.
Go ahead.
Okay, he wants me to go to King's Arms if I was him.
What?
Yeah, he threatened to hurt Marion if I didn't go. There's nothing I can do about it. He knows that there's a trap here, so he wants me to go there. I'm gonna have to show up there, so please, whatever you do, don't let anybody shoot because it's gonna be me, all right? Okay, Sam, so that's the deal, and I really do appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Okay, be down there a little while. Bye-bye. All right, it's all set. He's gonna go pick up the package. Oh, good, good. Then we don't have anybody to bug us. That's good. Take this jacket.
Well, everybody, we can relax. Carl's not in any danger anymore. Lance is not coming to pick up the jewels. He's sending his twin brother, Jeremy.